Any linebacker can tell you balance, drive, and solid footing are the keys to an effective rush. Without a solid foundation, there is no hope for performance. Chris Peace knows this all too well. The Redshirt Junior was lightly recruited, his performance inconsistent, the result of numerous moves while growing up. Once he found traction with a foundation of family, friends, and coaches, Chris never looked back.
It was definitely hard when I moved around a lot. So yeah, it was hard, traction, just to get used to where I was at, get comfortable with the coaching staff I was with, just trusting anybody around me. But that really made it hard to get recruited. Ended up working out at Denby. My high school coach, Ricardo Jerome from Ward, the previous school, he ended up going to Denby too. So it was familiar. Had somebody I knew, somebody I trusted. My uncle, the reason I moved to Newport News at that time, he was with me all the way. Everything just worked out for the best.
While family and coaches aided in Chris's on-field development, it was perhaps his close relationship with fellow Cavalier Andrew Brown that had the most transformative effect. The gregarious Brown and reserved Peace appear an odd match, but they've grown into best friends and brothers on the field.
When my mom passed away and I moved to Indian River, I came out for the football team and I remember talking to him. And pretty much he just said he was gonna help me out and things like that, you know, getting acclimated to the new school and stuff like that. I just remember him wearing these goggles and looking goofy out there, skinny, you know, not very athletic, you know what I'm saying? Just one of those goofy players that you see. I remember the linebacker coach saying that he was probably one of the worst football players he ever seen in his life. I walked up to him, I said, don't give up, you know what I'm saying? Just because he said something about it, you know what I'm saying? Keep playing, you know, keep getting better. If he was going through things at home, my dad would always bring him in. He would have dinner at my house and things like that. He was just like the brother that I never had, really. When
I first met him, he was the same way. Emotions on the sleeve, a lot more talkative than I was. And I know people say I'm soft-spoken. I speak up a lot more around him. Ever since high school, he's had my back, I have his back. I honestly credit him a big reason why I'm here at UVA. That's his family. I'm always gonna have his back.
Not only did Brown provide Peace with support and motivation, but he also alerted the Virginia coaching staff to the versatile defender's recruiting film.
You know, at that time, I didn't really have any big-time offers. It was all small, so I wasn't really hopeful that anything was going to happen, but he called me and was just like, yo, it's going to happen, trust me, just have faith, and it was just like a dream.
Peace arrived at Virginia an undersized edge rusher, redshirting and playing sparingly over his first 2 seasons. Now, his physical development has caught up to that athletic prowess, combined with an exceptional work ethic and the tutelage of outside linebackers coach Kelly Papinga. Peace is now a vital cog in the Cavalier defense.
He's a high motor guy, high effort guy. He knows one speed, and that's go. And so he's been really impressive with myself and the whole coaching staff of just the effort that he puts into every single snap, every single rep. When he's conditioning, when he's in the weight room, Chris he goes, one speed, and that's what I love. Those are the type of guys I like to coach. So to be able to inherit a guy like that, you know, that's exciting as a coach. As we've gone along, what I've been really impressed with is just how he's been able to get better with his study habits, just being able to understand other offenses, to understand our defense. He knows our defense really well. I think if I left the room, he'd be able to coach it just as well as I can. Frank and his staff have done an amazing job with him, just building the mass that he needed and the muscle, and building the strength that he needed, and being able to be quick and fast, but physical enough to be able to set the edge of the defense in the run game as well.
We set the edge for the whole defense, makes everything bounce back inside, as well as just dropping and going to get the quarterback. All those require you to move pretty good.
The culmination of Chris Peace's development was on display in Week 1. His fourth-quarter interception sealed the victory and served as positive affirmation of Bronco Mendenhall's maxim, hard things together.
Man, when it happened, it was just so fast. It was definitely a big confidence booster, I'd say, to start off the season that way. Just complimentary, like Quinn making that hit, and I just capitalized off the hitting the ball. It was just fun experiencing that with the team, and after all that work we put in together, you know, something that pays off all together too as well.
We've had a chance as a staff to coach some pretty good outside linebackers, and so I think he could put himself up in the mix of some of the best that we've coached.
I start to see him coming to his own, and to see where he's at now, man, he came a long way. And words cannot describe how proud I am of that dude, man. from seeing him playing volleyball with them goofy goggles on to now, him being almost 250 at outside linebacker, dominating the line of scrimmage, man. Love that dude right there.